Meowdy, welcome back to another video. We have a little something special here. So I just received this in my PO box not too long ago from the folks over at Wavlink, a new one for me. So I've never seen this before. I've never used anything like this before. This is kind of new to me. What this is it's a capture card first and foremost, but it's also a USB hub. So it's kind of playing double duty here. So it's working as not only a hub with USBs out that you can transfer data and such with, but also capture things like a webcam or streaming, like, you know, with an Xbox or a PC or something, which is pretty interesting to me. Now, I don't keep too close of an eye on the USB hub world so much because it's not necessarily something I partake in. I'm not a consumer of USB hubs quite the same as I am, but like, you know, audio interfaces and microphones and such. But this is certainly enticing to have kind of a backup capture card if you're using just a USB hub, or vice versa, a backup USB hub with a capture card. This should be interesting. First things first, let's go ahead and get this unboxed. Let's take a quick look at what comes inside. First off, not too bad with the unboxing. I like how tidy everything is. Lightweight, aluminum probably, super lightweight. This is probably gonna be really good for heat dissipation. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can see right through the, so there should be plenty of ventilation in here, because I know if you're gonna be using this as a dock and as a capture card, I think it's gonna get pretty stinking hot. So yeah, it's solid. This thing is super solid, so pretty stoked for that. Let's take a look real quick at what else is in here. I'm not too sure what else comes in here besides, let's see, we got some instructions and installation guides, and then we have, let's take a look at the cord real quick. A C2C, a USB C2C. Cool, not bad, not bad, not bad. How long are we is the other problem though. I have another capture card that I use. Unfortunately, that cable is not super long. This is also a little bit short, so just depending on where you're gonna house your stuff, you may wanna get a longer USB-C, but also definitely make sure it's a high-speed, high data transfer USB-C, because you could still have a USB-C and have a slow transfer rate, and then you're trying to figure out what is wrong with your capture card. So double check that. But other than that, here's what you get in the box. You get the device, the cable, and a little bit of text here, just in case. This is kind of the important one. So make sure you hold on to this. Let's go ahead and get this all connected and see how it goes. Oh, right, we have everything set up now. Well, let me prefer, I will preface this with the caveat of, I have the hardware set up. We got to set up everything in OBS, which is what we're going to do now. But basically all I have is just USB-C into one of the USB-C ports into my PC. Then we have HDMI from my Xbox Series X going into here, going out via HDMI to my big monitor here. And what I do is I basically just flip back and forth between ports. That way when I'm streaming, I can have my main game coming up through here, which is great for something like this. And I can monitor OBS on this screen right here. But what's awesome is that I have two USB ports here. They're not super high speed or anything like that, but they are gonna help me with things like a Stream Deck, or I wouldn't say a webcam, but maybe like an external hard drive or anything like that, any other little card readers or kind of low power kind of stuff. Or actually, if you just want to charge your phone or something like that, this would probably be a pretty, oh, you know what? Now that I say that, so charging your phone for sure. But if you're running like an iPad, then you can have the iPad charging as like a monitor, like as an external monitor. Okay, I'm on Windows 11 right now. Let's get this set up first. I'm getting off topic, sorry. Here we are in OBS. I have a little bit of a scene set up. I've kind of made a new one from scratch so we can kind of do this in real time. Right now, I have my Xbox Series X on, and the device is still plugged in. Everything's plugged in exactly how it was just a second ago. But what I do have is, I don't know if you can, let me move it. I have my phone connected and charging. So I'm using the hub portion of things. But I'm getting off topic. Let's get this set up. Xbox is on. Let's go ahead and get everything added. When you plug in everything, you're gonna get the beeps from Windows installing, blah 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 blah. All I did is plug in, let it do its beeps, and now we're going to see how it goes. Is it gonna be easy or is it gonna be difficult? Or I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. So we're gonna add source and we're gonna do a video capture device. So let's call this the Wavlink cap card. All right. So let's find display capture UVC03. That's gotta be it. There we go. Okay. Let's hop into, oh, okay, hold on. HDMI resolution is smaller than UVC capture. For better fitting, please adjust HDMI import source. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to do a custom, make sure we're on there. We're going to, we're doing custom. We're going to do resolution at, this is my screen resolution. My screen resolution is at 1440. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna match. So right now I'm at 30. So we're gonna drop this down to 30. I know if you're streaming, you're probably gonna want to put 60 or 30. I'm at 30. But if you're streaming, you're probably gonna want to put it on 60. It can probably run that, but for this example, for screen capturing, that's what we're gonna set. We're setting to what I'm setting my OBS to, and we have a picture, so you can see it right now. Let me make sure everything else is okay. Capture audio only. Let me see if, okay, I think we're good. So let's go ahead and hit okay. So we have the cap card already on here. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see. Let me hide this behind. I'm gonna show you kind of what I'm working with here. Let's get this a little bit further. Okay. So now we have the, where are we? We're at cap card. It's right here. Everything seems to be working just fine. I'm gonna move my display cap behind it so you can kind of see the screen. So we got screen. I think we're good. Let's see. Let me switch over. Switch over here. We're gonna hide in the corner here. There we go. Okay. So let's take a quick pause. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this up and running, and then we're gonna do a little bit of screen capture here, or not screen capture. We're gonna do a little bit of game capture right here and see how it does. Okay, we have everything kind of switched over. I just switched everything over to 60 frames. That way we can just make it pretty quick, because I think if I switched everything over, set up for 1080p, you know what I mean. Anyway, we're back here. I have Fallout booted up, but I think we have a small issue with the audio, because if you can hear, you can't. There's no audio coming through, so I have to figure out what is going on with that, because I don't exactly know. I'm going to be honest, I did not read the instructions. I'm just going off of setting up capture cards, and it's just kind of the same thing that I would normally do for a different one. But since this one's different, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out together. I think what I want to do is I can hear the audio coming through my speaker. So there's obviously audio going into the desktop, but OBS is not capturing any of that right now. So let's find out what's going on. Let's try. It's not going to be an input capture. Shouldn't be. Actually, maybe it is. Okay, so that's the card that obviously says right, Wavlink card audio. So let's do that. And unfortunately, I can't hear it. So give me just a quick second. I'm going to stop and I'm going to record a quick clip, and then I'm going to verify the audio is working, because I'm not wearing any monitors right now, unfortunately. So give me a sec. Okay, great success. Looks like everything's good. You probably got a little preview before I did, but everything seems like it's working okay now. I have this up. You're gonna have to bear with me a little bit more, because I haven't verified any of the levels or anything like that. We're just going this, and we're doing this real time. We're doing this real time, guys. Now, let's make me just a smidge smaller, and let me find something to do. Let's just go to a spot in the map. Maybe we'll like do something. I don't know. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over to Red Rocket and we're gonna do just a quick tour. How about that? Sounds fun to me. You know, maybe it's raining, maybe it's not. I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Okay, here we go. Check this out, guys. Check this out. What we did is we did nothing Bluetooth, so everything's just straight up wires. And then we built what I would say is quite the amazing little fence around. Quite the amazing little fence. It's just a little fence, nothing spectacular. But we got a guy up here, or gal.
Thank
we
you.
have
Like
them up here.
Straight.
You know, sorry to assume. But yeah, we got a nice little fence. Goes all the way across. We got this generator. We got some turrets and stuff guarding the place. Just all around, just good vibes. Got a nice little. I would call this an apartment complex. Just nice open concept. No real walls. Just fun stuff for everyone. Just kind of be a community. It's fun. Anyway, how's everything doing?
At least, not if I have my say.
I'm actually, so you're watching this through OBS. I'm not really going through my screen, so I'm kind of watching this in the preview mode, just as you're seeing it right now. Should be good though, I think. Should be good. Yeah. All right. Let's do one more break. I'm gonna watch this back, and we'll kind of go from there. Actually, okay. Sorry, I lied. We're gonna do just a few moments of Death Stranding. So I'm gonna disappear, turn off my mic, and we're just gonna do a little bit of footage. Death Stranding running at 60 frames. Unfortunately, not 4K because my monitor is 4K, but this is 4K. Still wonderful. Still tasty on the eyeballs. I'll see you in a second.
Keep on keeping on.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Nothing was watching us.
All right, sorry about the audio at the beginning. I didn't have the level set or anything like that. We're not rushing through, but I really wanted to see how quick and how easy this would be given the price break, which brings us to the wrap up over here. So let me grab, here, I'm gonna unplug everything that I got. So give me just a sec. Oh, my cables just went everywhere. So this has been sitting on my desk for about 2 weeks now, give or take. It does get a bit on the hot side, but I haven't really had any issues with it. I've been using it for charging my phone a lot. So here, in fact, still charging right now. I've been using it to charge my phone. Data-wise, if you have a couple photos or anything like that that you want to pull off a card, that's fine. If you're doing gigs and stuff, it is a lot slower. So if you're expecting USB 3 speeds, no, don't expect that. But for some quick things, some quick clips, some quick video, like anything like that, it's great. For charging, it is really good. It's a slow charger. So if you're gonna sit here for a few hours doing any kind of just session work, gaming work, anything like that, this is gonna be great to kind of top up your stuff if you don't have an additional, hands-free or wireless charger or anything like that. Anything like that, it's gonna help. It's gonna help a ton. And for any other little odds and ends that you might want to connect to it. Overall, everything seems pretty good. I know you're making a few concessions. Let's be real. Right now at the time of recording this, the retail is about $60, $59.99 on Amazon, which I'll put the links in the description, all that stuff, in case you're interested. But right now at the time of this posting, $36 on Amazon in my area. That's a steal. You definitely should pick up one of these just to have it on your desk somewhere, just have it as backup. If not, just keep it kind of how I've been using it. I've been using it more as like a hub, with the exception of, every once in a while, if I want to jump on a stream or if I want to record a clip for something on my Xbox, then it's already set up, ready to go. So I have kind of the best of both worlds. Plus, you get a little bit of an extra monitor if you really wanted to. And I don't have that situation that's set up, but if you needed something to kind of feed through, perfect. I want to know what you think though. you saw the clips, you heard the audio being recorded in there and all that stuff. The setup, you did see the setup was a little bit more involved than something like an Elgato or anything like that, where you have a bunch of software, you have a bunch of stuff that kind of just runs through it for you. But if you know a little bit about what you're doing, and even if you just YouTube a video real quick to show you how to set up various capture cards, it's the same overall process. Plug it in, make sure your Windows finds it, make sure it installs correctly, and then go into OBS and add the little device. Didn't really have any issues other than having to get past that initial screen of this is wrong, please set this correctly. Other than that, it was great. Pretty easy, pretty simple, can't complain. Plus, it's pretty heckin' durable. Pretty stoked about that. I would probably take this with me as opposed to my more expensive ones that are like 100, 150 bucks, 200 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks when it's not on sale. I think that's a wonderful spot to get this at. And this is gonna stay here. This is gonna stay here. I'm either gonna switch this over and just completely use it as a game capture, PC capture, or I'm gonna try to put a camera on here and see how we do. So we might do like the M6 Mark II as a webcam kind of situation and see how that goes. But that's gonna be later on the line. For now, it's gonna live right here. It's gonna charge my phone. It's gonna capture some games. It's gonna do a little bit of streaming when I can. It's awesome. If you want, links in the description. You don't have to buy anything. There's no affiliates. They didn't say put these things in there, but I do kind of dig this. I do think it's fun. I do think it's a really amazing price point right now, especially right now that costs $700 to fill up your car. Dang nabbit. This coming in clutch. All right, I gotta go. Links in the descriptions, questions, comments, all that fun stuff. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe if you want. If you don't, I don't care. You do you, but don't listen to me. Do it anyway. I gotta go. Okay, bye.